An artist's lines are like their handwriting, and have a big impact on the look and feel of a drawing. Smooth, confident lines are more appealing than squiggly or scratchy ones. Simple lines that lend themselves to be drawn confidently in one stroke can be grouped into three categories: C-curves, S-curves, and straights. We can use the acronym CSI to remember this, with I representing the straight line. C-curves are lines that curve in one direction, while S-curves are lines that curve in one direction and then back in the other, while straights are lines that don't curve at all. When writing longhand, we move the pen with only our fingers, but when drawing, we can get smoother, more confident lines by moving our entire arm at the shoulder joint. We can also make shorter lines by moving at just the wrist, but moving at the shoulder gives us longer lines, while moving with just the fingers gives us lines that are short and scratchy. Drawing with only CSI lines may seem restrictive at first, but there's actually a very wide variety of lines that fit into those categories. Most of the lines you'll ever need when drawing can be either C-curves, S-curves, or straights. When describing contours or edges with CSI lines, we take an extra step. We observe the contour or edge just like we did during the blind contour and cross contour exercises, but instead of making the line right away, we pause to think how we could express that line with a C-curve, S-curve, or straight. Then, we make the line with the confidence that we've developed by practicing our CSI lines. With practice, this process will become automatic. When you need a more complicated line, it can help to think of it as a combination of C-curves, S-curves, and straights. It's important to practice your line control. Although line quality improves naturally with experience, we can practice deliberately as well. Practice drawing smooth, confident CSI lines by drawing from your shoulder. For consistency and precision, draw the same line repeatedly, either over the last line or parallel to it. Many artists, myself included, use line practice as a daily warm-up. The more you practice your lines, the more smooth and confident your lines will naturally become. For this lesson's exercise, we'll practice describing contours with CSI lines. Follow contours with your eye like you did during the blind contour and cross contour exercises. But this time, instead of drawing the line right away, pause to think how you could describe the contour using C-curves, S-curves, and straights. Once you've decided, make your strokes with the confidence that you've developed by practicing your CSI lines. You can look at the page during this exercise. The red line represents the path my eye is taking as I follow the contour with my eye. I'm going nice and slow, making really careful observations to really take in this contour. Once again, I'm using a photo for this demonstration so I can show you what I'm looking at, but the exercise is intended to be done with a real-life subject. And I'll slowly follow this contour around the chin and up the jaw. Where exactly it ends is a bit subjective. Next, I'll decide how I want to represent this contour using CSI lines. I'll draw those lines over the photo to show you what I'm thinking. I'll use a C for the upper cheek, and then a long flat S for the side of the face. Then at the chin, I'll use another C curve to curve up the jaw. Now that I've decided on the lines I want to use, I'll make those strokes on my page using the confidence I've developed by practicing my CSI lines. I can draw this long, smooth C curve by moving my entire arm at my shoulder joint. Now I'll slowly follow the contour of the nose with my eye. I'm taking my time, really studying it. Then I decide to use an S curve for the upper part of the nose and a C curve for the bottom part of the nose. Note that this is just my interpretation. You could decide on different lines to describe the same contours, and you wouldn't be wrong. And then I'll draw those lines on my page. I'll follow the contour of the upper eyelid, starting at the eye, then going up the outside of the upper eyelid, and then following the contour where it meets the brow ridge. I could represent this contour with a single C curve, but to me that seems too simple for what I'm representing. Instead, I could use a very small C curve near the eye, and then a straight for the outside edge of the eyelid, and then another C curve where it meets the brow ridge. This feels more accurate to the contour to me, but which lines you choose to describe a contour is an artistic choice, and not a matter of right or wrong. Now I'm going to speed up the playback on the demo. At this point, I think you get the idea of making slow, careful observations, and I don't want this video to be super long. I'll use C curves to describe the lower eyelid. I'll use a C curve for the brow ridge and a straight for the forehead. I could have done this with an S curve, or two C curves, but I feel the straight line represents the hardness of the forehead better. The lips are another complex contour. I'll describe them with two S curves because I think they flow well. Then I'll describe the contour of the lower lip. Notice I'm not following the line of the cast shadow on the lower lip because that line is not a surface that I could touch. You can evaluate your drawing based on how well you feel your lines describe the contours. You can also evaluate your drawing based on how well you can make smooth, confident C-curves, S-curves, and straights. But be patient with yourself. Developing good line quality takes a long time and a lot of practice. Keep in mind, it's normal for these drawings to look a little strange, because even when the individual contours look good, the overall proportions haven't been considered, and that can make the drawing look kinda wonky. For your 90-minute study session, spend the first 5 minutes practicing CSI lines. You might want to make this a regular part of your warm-up going forward. Spend the next 25 minutes practicing describing contours with CSI lines. Spend the next 50 to 55 minutes drawing your object to the best of your ability. If you finish your drawing before the time is up, draw your object again with the remaining time. If you don't finish drawing your object before the time is up, you can pick up where you left off in the next study session, or take extra time if you'd like. After you're done drawing, spend 5 to 10 minutes reflecting and writing on how it went. What went well, and what can you improve next time? If you'd like extra accountability, post your study plan in the accountability channel of the course Discord. If you'd like feedback, post the result of your exercises in the exercises channel, and post your drawing and a photo of your object in the course critique channel. If you have any questions, you can ask those in the course help channel. I can't wait to see your work, and happy drawing!